Okay, now we can check how to initialize an array at the time of declaration. So you can insert data, or you can insert elements into an array using a for loop, or you can insert element to a particular index position of an array. But it is possible to initialize an array at the time of declaration. Suppose here I declare an array. It is not an integer, it is a character array, char. I name it as vowels, char vowels of size 5, and here I am going to initialize this array at the time of declaration. So this is the declaration statement. So here I am going to declare this array, initialize this array at this declare statement. So this is a character array, so you have to use a single quote to represent each element. So the first element is A, so put a comma. You have to use a comma operator to separate the elements. Now the second element, which is E. Now comes the third element, I. And final one is U. Okay, so this is a statement that contains both array declaration and initialization. This is a valid one. So vowels is an array and is capable of holding 5 elements, and here is the initialization. I initialize the array vowels at the time of its declaration. So I can print it out. For print it out this, I have to declare a variable I and start a for loop, I equal to 0, and put the condition I less than or equal to 5 and I plus plus. Okay, now we can print out printf. Here it is character, so use %c. We have to print it in individual line, so put /n. Now put the comma operator and specify the variable. So here the variable is vowels of I. So this will print all the vowels in individual lines. Printf vowels. Okay, now we can compile the program. So I compile the program. Now run it. Here we got the output. So this is how we initialize an array at the time of its declaration. So you can declare an integer array like this. Suppose I declare an integer array like this, int ax, int x of 3 equal to, I put some numbers and put a semicolon. Don't forget to add a semicolon after the bracket. And here there is no need to put a single quote because it is not character, it is just integer values. So there is no need to put the single quotes to initialize the character array. Okay, this is a valid statement. And suppose here I put an array like this into D of some bracket and put some values 1 2 3 4 5 something. Okay, this is also a valid statement, but here I am not specifying the dimension of the array. I just initialize that particular array. I am not specifying any dimension. This is also a valid statement. So if you initialize an array at the time of declaration, then the dimension of the array is optional. So this is an array that contains 5 elements. This is valid. So if you declare an array, if you initialize an array at the time of its declaration, then there is no need to specify the dimension. The dimension is optional. So we can compile it. There is no error because all these statements are valid.